Hey, Dr. Kelly, Rodney Johnson here. I wanted to tell you the topic I picked was money and happiness, just because I feel like there's I can relate to that in my current status in my life and growing up very poor and in a poverty-stricken home. There's a huge way of thinking from being brought up in generational poorness or poverty, I should say, versus where I'm at in my life now. I think it's very intriguing that there is a direct correlation to being poor with your education level. And I feel like there's even a bigger question or topic to discuss about on how much psychology is from generation to generation, that one generation will teach another generation how to act and behave, be it good, bad, or indifferent, and that that is passed down to your children and so forth and so on. There's a figure 8.2 in our book on page 228, and it shows doctorate degree to high school diploma. It shows you the medium weekly earnings and then your unemployment rate next to that. And I find that really astonishing. And then if you take that and you look at our society and our system and culturally, how can we do a better job? And I wish we lived in a society where we could all get along and things were great. But if we didn't have doctorate degrees and if we didn't have high school diplomas, I don't know what society would look like at that point. Life isn't fair, and life makes people rise to competitiveness breeds greatness to a degree. And I feel like we as a society flourish on competing, which I think is a good thing. If we didn't have a society of competitiveness, I don't know what we would have. Complacency, I'm not for sure. But either way, I think money has, in my life right now, I'm very fortunate to be a working professional, going through school, making a very good wage. My wife also a working professional, making a very good wage. And then us just being able to further my education and being able to climb that educational ladder and setting that example for my children and moving in that direction. So my wife and I both can be living examples of that. I grew up, like I said, very poor, so I will be the only one ever to graduate with my bachelor's degree. My mom started school, but she got pregnant later in life and was not able to finish her associates. And my grandmother didn't go to school. My grandfather didn't go to school. They were more tradesmen, and they made, I think, a good living. But they had a harder life with trades because the more jobs left for trades, things like that. And then they eventually passed away earlier in their life. And so it's just a different time. And so I feel like my job as an example of that is I need to further my education so I can check the box so my corporate leadership can say, Rodney has all this experience, but he also checks the box over here on the educational portion of that. I think whatever I'm given, I need to give back. And so I don't know what that looks like, except for adding value to people every day. When I wake up, if I can help somebody out, I will. And if I can add value, I want to, and I will. I would love to be able to make a significant impact one day in my community. If I could be as wealthy as Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos and really focus on rural communities and urban city and really change the psychology of how people are thinking. And not that I want to force them to think, but I want them to know that they have options. I feel like so many people are stuck on survival mode. They can't be in a dream mode or I want that mode. So I feel like there's a lot, I'm going over time, I apologize. I want to help change that in some form or fashion. So thank you for your time.